Hello, my name is Riaan. Today I'm gonna teach you all about grammar and mechanics. So, do you know what kind of sentences are there? I'll give you 2 seconds. So there are 4 kinds of sentences. A statement, it tells about something, it ends with a period. Example, a lamp is a baby sheep. A lamp is a small sheep. A question, it ends with a question mark. It asks something, like you're asking someone like 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 you ask someone like, what do we do next, or where's my bowl of cereal? So that's like some examples. So if it ends with a question mark, it asks something. For one example is, how do airplanes stay up? An exclamation is like a statement, but it shows surprise or strong feeling. It ends with an exclamation mark. Example, there's a turtle on the road. A turtle is a type of animal that swims in the sea or ocean. A command tells someone to do something. Most of the times, a command ends with a period. If it's strong feeling, then it ends with an exclamation mark. For example, be nice to your sister. Let's look at some sentences. Your dad called you. This is a statement. It tells someone about something, and it ends with a period. Which one is a question? When does the show start, or the bark on the tree is bumpy? The first one, when does the show start, is a question because it asks something and it ends with a question mark. The second one is a statement. It tells you how the bark on the tree is. Which one is an exclamation? It's a nice day for a swim, or Ron got an A on his paper. The first one is a statement because it tells you something. The second one also tells you something but shows surprise, and it ends with an exclamation point. So it is, Ron got an A on his paper. Which is a command. Hold this basket, or we can eat the cake. When can we eat the cake? Hold this. The first one is a command. Hold this basket, because it tells someone to do something. The second one is a question. So does this sound like a, when will we get to eat the cake? When do we get to eat the cake? That is a question. What kind of sentence is this? Take our picture. A command, an exclamation. A command, an exclamation, a period, or like statement, or a question. A command. It is a command because it is asking someone to do something. So, take our picture is a command. Can you tell me the right end mark? Is this period, or a question mark, or an exclamation mark? Who was Rob's teacher last year? It is a question mark. It is a question mark because it asks something. So it should end with a question mark. Dan likes to draw animals. Answer. It ends with a period because this is a statement as it is telling you something. Stay out of Miss Cho's yard. Answer. This is an exclamation because it shows strong feeling. Stop being so loud. This is a command because it tells someone to do something. It should end with a period or an exclamation mark. Can you tell me which kind of sentence is this? My new coat got all muddy. Answer. The sentence tells about something, but it shows strong feeling, so it is an exclamation. What color is your house? Answer. The sentence asks something and it ends with an exclamation. It is a question. It is an exclamation, mark. Exclamation mark. It is a question. Exclamation mark. Look around the room and look around the room. Answer. This is a command because it tells someone to do something. Oranges grow in hot places. It is a statement. The sentence tells about something and it ends with a period. It is a statement. Now, we're gonna go on to a new thing. Let's make it interesting. Did you know that there are question words? Questions often start with a question word. Question words are what, who, when, where, and why. Do you know how we use them? Let me tell you. Use who to ask about a person. Example, who saw the bird first? Second, use what to ask about a thing. Example, didn't you know that pigeons don't eat insects, they only eat grains? Use when to ask about the time. Example, when will you go to give grains? Grains like a bird food that's a bird. You put them on balcony and then the birds will fly and they will come and then they will eat it with then like a it so then where so use where to ask about a place. Example, where is the bird's nest? See, use why to ask for a reason. Example, why do birds sing? Did you know that birds sing? You know, if we could find out why do birds sing? So did you know that birds sing to defend their territories? Territory is where birds live. Did you know that sentences have the naming part and the action part? The naming part tells who or what the sentence is about. It is also the subject. Example, the dog eats a bone. The action part tells someone about the naming part. The action part can tell what the naming part does. It can also tell what the naming part is like. Example, the airplane is big. Here the action part is big and the naming part is naming part is the airplane. Here the action part is big because it tells you something about the naming part, which is aeroplane. Let's look at some examples. Look at the underlined part of the sentence. Is it the naming part or the action part? My uncle is underlined, bakes cookies are not underlined. It is the naming part. My uncle is the naming part. Now Jane sees a bear. Jane is not underlined, sees a bear is underlined. It is the action part. Sees the bear is an action part. Jane is the naming part. A sentence has a naming part and an action part. It tells a complete thought. Example, my brother jumps in the pool. A sentence starts without the capital letter. It ends with a period, an exclamation mark, a question mark. Let's look at some examples. She ate dinner or is here. She is here because it has a naming part, she, and the action part is ate dinner. But is here, there is the action part is here, but there's no naming part. If we could make it into a complete sentence, we could do it like this. Ron is here. So then there is no naming part. It is not a complete thought. A complete thought means complete sentence. Is it they? Is the naming part they ride the bus or loves his new bike? The complete sentence is they ride the bus. It has a naming part they and an action part ride the bus. It is a complete thought. Lost his new bike. It is not a complete sentence. It has an action part. Lost his new bike, but there is no naming part. It is not a complete thought. Thank you. This is over, okay?